Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hustle Vidcast, and today we'll be recapping the Phillies' 5-0 victory over the New York Mets. They take Game 2 as they go for the rubber match series win today in New York. 1:10 the first pitch. We were about a half an hour away from game time here at the start of this video. So, yeah, guys, nice win last night. We scored some runs. Smyly pitched a very nice game. We shut out the Mets, which was very nice to see. We totally shut them down, and there's some opportunities the Mets had to score some runs, and they couldn't do it, thankfully. So luckily, we were able to come out on top in this one, 5-0 the final score. Hernandez had a couple of RBIs. Muto got an RBI, and so did Dickerson, and a couple of RBIs for those guys, and very, very nice to see. And yeah, guys, rubber match today. Hopefully, we can get that series win and finish off the a fantastic season against the New York Mets because we've had their number this year, and it would be very nice to see us take a win today. So let's pick it up. Top of the first inning, Cesar Hernandez launches a home run to right, 378 feet, and the Phillies take a 1-0 lead. And in the top of the fourth inning, Cesar Hernandez yet again singles to right center. Kingery scores, and it's now 2-0 Phillies. Then the same inning, J. Muto singles to left. Hazley scores, and it's now 3-0 Phillies. And then in the same inning, fourth inning, Dickerson doubled to left. Muto and Hernandez scored, and it's now 5-0 Phillies. And that's your final score. And we stopped scoring in the fourth inning. It wasn't like we spread out our runs across the board here. We basically scored obviously one in the first inning, and we scored the other four all in the fourth inning. So it wasn't just like we just scored multiple. It wasn't like we scored multiple runs throughout the game. It was clusters of runs an inning. Fourth inning, first inning, obviously when we scored one in the first inning, and we scored four, in the fourth inning. So it was very, very nice to see out of this Phillies team. Obviously after a rough game last night, not that it really matters that much. And we did gain a half a game in the wild card spot, which is good, but it's obviously still looking like a long shot here. Cesar Hernandez 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 1 strikeout. JT Realmuto 3 for 5, 1 run scored, 1 RBI, 1 strikeout. Corey Dickerson, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, 1 strikeout. Rhys Hoskins, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. And Gene Segura, 1 for 4. Brad Miller, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Sean Rodriguez, 1 for 2. Scott Kingery, 0 for 4, 1 strikeout. He's been kind of just in a slump, and he hasn't really been looking good at the plate. Adam Hazley went 1 for 4, 1 run scored, rather. Smyly went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He does not have a hit this year. Jay Bruce went 0 for 1. He went off the bench and not get a hit. And then we look at Drew Smyly, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. A very good. This is now 2 starts in a row that Drew Smyly has looked very, very good. And he's had a 3.93 ERA with a 3-1 record with the Phillies, which is better than we expected. I mean, this guy had like a 7 ERA when he came here, and he's been better. I mean, he's not an ace. I'm not saying that at all, but he's been better than what we thought. So very nice outing from Drew Smyly. We kind of saw that from in July, way back in July. I don't know if you guys remember that, around that San Francisco series when San Francisco was in Philly. He kind of was, pitching well those games. I remember Pittsburgh, that game. That was a while ago. It was almost 2 months ago. So that was, I obviously would understand why you may not remember that. So very, very nice to see from Drew Smyly. Then Cole Irvin won an inning, 1 hit. And Nick Pivetta got an appearance. He pitched 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. That's your ballgame. 5-0 Phillies. So yet again, I'm very, really happy with Drew Smyly, and hopefully he could build off of that. And maybe we got a shot here. I mean, it's September the 8th. Obviously the Braves are I don't think they're far away from winning that division. Obviously, we've never been in the running for that division, so it doesn't even matter. I mean, that was decided a long time ago. I mean, we knew like in mid-July we weren't going to win the division, obviously. So it's been a while. And right now we are 3 games out of a wild card spot. We are tied with the Milwaukee Brewers, and we are a game and a half back from the Arizona Diamondbacks, who have 75 wins and 67 losses. So in Chicago, only up by half of the game. Washington's been struggling a little bit. Could you maybe see Chicago maybe overtake them? I'm not too sure. I mean, it's anything's possible, right? I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's going to be the Washington Nationals against the Chicago Cubs in the wild card. I think at the end of this month, I think that's what's going to be happening. But there's not that much time left, guys. I mean, think about this. After today, after I make my video recapping today's game at 1:10, there's only going to be 20 videos left. 20 videos recapping the games. I mean, it's not that much time. I don't understand they're saying like 20 videos. I mean, that's a good amount of time. I mean, it's not that much if you think about it. And I mean, the season has just been. I mean, this month of August and the month of September just have been flying by. So tomorrow's just September the 9th already. I can't believe it. So yeah, guys, almost to October, and that's it. We got to talk about the postseason, and I have a couple months off with baseball. We'll talk about that later. And we go back to work in February. I'm not too sure what I want to do about spring training. I'm not going to be recapping every single spring training game. I think that's a little ridiculous. Spring training games we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that like when we get there, in like February. I'll make a video like in February or whatever, maybe even after the season. I'll make a video after the 2019 season, thanking everybody and giving people shout outs and things like that. But we'll talk about that when we get there, like closer to the final series of the weekend. Some news about this game, this last night's game. Bryce Harper did not appear in this game. Obviously, he had to pitch off his hand, and he was removed in the third inning, game before, and he didn't even get an appearance. So I think they just wanted to play it safe. X-rays did come back in negative, which is very good news. If you watched my Instagram story, I talked about that. And I mean, the Mets are just so dirty. They really are. They throw at our players like that. And you could say whatever you want about Jake Arrieta saying to Todd Frazier, put a dent in your skull. I mean, Jake Arrieta is just a plain old D-bag. I mean, really, if you think about it, the guy's a kind of a scrub. What he says sometimes. I mean, that is kind of dirty to say that, but I mean, it's one guy. He said one comment. I mean, Jake Arrieta. That's who Jake Arrieta is. I mean, like the guy is kind of crazy. So, some of the things that Jake Arrieta says are just kind of this weird. He's kind of a strange dude. But anyway, so I mean, this is all year long. They've been throwing at our players and pisses me off. Like why do you have to do that? I mean, I think there was no really retaliation against this New York Mets team last night. I didn't really see any inside pitches or anything like that. Like I didn't even see that. So I don't know what is going. I don't know. Kapler didn't want to do anything with that, or maybe he just didn't. Maybe he didn't want to. You may want to turn to the other cheek, whatever the saying is. Maybe he didn't want to, retaliate against them. Maybe he wanted to be the bigger person and not do that. But whatever. As long as we get the win today. We've had some bad blood with this New York Mets team all year long. It's all the way back to April. I mean, it's been bad on all year long. So, and I expect it to continue in the next year. I do not think this is going to be the end. But that's it. So 5-0 Phillies. And Cesar Hernandez, our player of the game, 2 RBIs, 1 home run. And that was the jump start for the Phillies. Well, actually, he was our offensive player of the game. I'm actually going to need the player of the game, Phillies hostage player of the game, to Drew Smyly, who went 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Very, very good, especially what he's been doing all year. He's been kind of not good. So I was really, really surprised when I saw him do that. So I'm really happy for him. I think he's a good guy, so I like to see him succeed. So that's it, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't make the video early in the morning. I actually had to go back to work. Today was my final shift. I know I said last week that was my final. This is my final shift. I will not be back there until next spring. I actually had to go help him clean up and put some of the tables away and the diving boards and things like that. Take down some tents and everything. So to winterize the pool, and I'm done. So yeah. So I hope you guys, I have a life outside of this, but yeah, that's where I was. I'm sorry I couldn't make the video in the morning. It's been kind of hard for me. I've been a little bit busier, and I'm still busy during the summer. You saw that, so I'm not just sitting around not doing anything. And I have things that I have to get done, and that's why the video wasn't up. So that's why the video is up. It's like 20 minutes before game time, 7 minutes before the Eagles kickoff. So I hope you guys understand that. So I'm gonna end this right now, because the Eagles kickoff starts in about 7 minutes. But there's one more thing I want to talk about. The thing is that can we, build off of this? If we do win today, can you expect this to continue? I'm not too sure, guys. I mean, I think at this point of the year, I think we're just experimenting, what players, fit in the lineup. I think at this point, guys, I mean, there's not really a shot we got 3 games out of wildcard spot, like second wildcard spot, but I just don't see it. I really don't see it happening. I think I've said that pretty much, the past week or so. I just don't see it. Every day that goes by, even if we win or lose, I just don't see it happening. I really don't. So thank you guys so much for watching. I understand it's kind of a quick video. I'm making 3 videos today. This is 1 of 3. I got to make a video about the Eagles. That's the Vidcast. Go check that out. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I got to go make a video about today's game, 110, the first pitch. So this is 1 of 3. So we're about to end this one. So let's talk just real quick, briefly, about the starting pitcher today. Vin Velasquez, 6-7 with a 4.80 ERA, going against Noah Syndergaard, 10-7 with a 3.97 ERA. So, guys, that is pretty much it. Syndergaard versus Velasquez, 110 the first pitch. The Eagles obviously kick off at 1. So I'm going to be flipping back and forth. I actually have to run out somewhere in a 2, but I'll be back and I'll catch both of the games. So, guys, yep. So football starts today. Obviously, I know it's Sunday night football, or Thursday night football, on Thursday night. But this is kind of like this first Sunday, football Sunday. So thank you guys. Thank you all, guys, so much for watching. Please smash the like in this video. Please tell your friends about these videos. Please send this out to everybody. Let them know that I do this video cast. Subscribe. Guys, please subscribe. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Hit the notification bell. Social media link in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. I am Luke, and I will talk to you later. Bye.